Alright, so this is day 2 of me recording myself as I'm studying to keep myself accountable. This topic is called printing strings, and so far I've read about functions and statements, and now I'm reading about printing strings. Printf is a power function that we'll examine in chapter 3. So far we've only used printf to display a string literal, a series of characters enclosed in double quotation mark, yeah. The printf displays a string literal. It doesn't show the quotation mark. Okay. Okay, so for a series of characters enclosed in double quotation mark, okay. Printf doesn't automatically advance to the next output line when it finishes printing. To instruct printf to advance one line, we must include /n, the newline character, in the string to be printed. Writing a newline character terminates the current output line. Subsequent output goes to the next line. To illustrate this point, consider the effect of replacing the statement to see or not to see, that is the question, /n to printer. To see or not to see, that is the question. And the output of this, they would still be together. To see or not to see, print. Okay, so there is two statements. Print f with to see or not to see, that is the question, and another statement print with printf to see or not to see, that is the question /n. Would they still be together, or would they be in a different line? Because there are two different statements. The answer is they will still be together because there is no new line breaking new line character in between them. However, if we write printf to see or not to see, and then /n, and then that is the question, even though they are in the same printf section statement, they will still appear in two different lines. That is the use of /n. That is a break line, or what's called break line or line break, new line character. The first call to printf to writes to see or not to see. The second call it writes, that is the question, and advances to the next line. The net effect is the same as original printf. The user can tell the difference. The new line character can appear more than once in the string literal. To display the message, brevity is the soul of wit, Shakespeare. We could write printf brevity is the soul of wit /n space dash dash Shakespeare /n. In this section, even though they are in the same line, they would still appear in two different lines. I wish I could show it on the screen. Okay, but I have to write something on this. I'll start this. When printf displays a string literal, a series of characters enclosed in double quotation mark of characters enclosed in double quotation mark. Only the string literal is displayed without any question mark. Only the string. The quotation marks are not displayed. The next one is printf doesn't automatically advance the next output line when it finishes printing. printf doesn't automatically matically automatically advance the next output line, advance the next output line when it finishes printing. Which is printing. That is printf to see or not to see printf, that is the question, generates to see or not to see, that is the question. However, the line break character, the new line character, /n can appear anywhere in the line. In the statement, that is printf to see or not to see /n, that is the question. Generates to see or not to see, that is the question. That reminded me of the line from, I don't know what is his name, Frank something. I need to check the name. I think therefore I am. I think therefore I am. Rene Descartes. I want to know more about him. This was it. Chapter 2. It's, okay, I think I'm at comments. 2.3. Okay. Our point.c program still lacks something important: documentation. Every program should contain identifying information: program name, date written, author, and the purpose of the program, and so forth. Should. I've never seen that in real life. I've also never worked in C, so. In C, the information is placed in comments. The symbol / marks the beginning of the comment, and the symbol ** marks the beginning of the comment, and the symbol */ marks the end. So as **, this is comment /*. Okay. Comments may appear almost everywhere in the program. either on separate line or in the same line as follows. Here's what .c might look like with the comments and at the beginning. Okay, and this is just added program comments at every single line. So that would be slash asterisk name backward slash asterisk backward slash. You have to remember that backward slash asterisk star backward slash. What is forward slash? What is this? Is it forward slash or backward slash? Like this. Let's remember it. Comments may extend more than one line once it has been seen the symmetrical slash asterisk symbol, and the compiler reads and ignores whatever follows until it encounters the asterisk slash. If we write the following, we can combine the series of shortcuts into one long comment. A comment like this can be hard to read, though because it's not easy to see where the comment ends, putting asterisk slash on the line by itself helps. Okay? Better, we can form a box around the comment to make it stand out. Programs often simplify the box comment by omitting the three sides. Short comments can go on the same line as other program code. So below this can sometimes be called wind comment. Forgetting to terminate a comment may cause the compiler to ignore some part of your program. Consider the following example. Because it may neglected to terminate the comment, the compiler ignores the middle two statement and will print please. I will check if this works. Okay, so I'll go here and we do is just not this and we learn C, learn C, learn C. That was fun.c. Now I need to comment .c dash include stdio .h and close the cursor tab please. Snooze. That's 3 hours. Snooze. And so in main, and I don't really need an argument, so I put void. My purpose, so let's the print f and then we'll print hi. We'll save this and we'll run this. How do I run this? Control Alt N. It was, oh yeah, I forgot to put a semicolon at the end. Okay, let's try again. Huh. Not work. Why? Oh, I think I don't. Return 0? Is that why it didn't work? Let's clear the console. Okay, I got an edge. So that would be high. Awesome. And now I need to try some comments. So I'll take this and print a few times. And then I'll put a slash. Now that one, this one, asterisk. This is a comment that I am going to forget. I'll come here and I'll put slash asterisk. So I'm going to try to recreate this. To write another comment. Okay, so even though there was, if I run this, let's try and run this. I got hee hee. Okay, so the example was correct. So if I have a slash asterisk and then long line and then no ending comments, and then I would go down and I would start another one and I would write and then finish it. The first one would be the one to get closing comment because the comment The start of the comment itself is a comment. How fascinating is that? So what this means is, okay, so, okay, so let's say I have this comment and I'm writing something here, and I did not close it, and I write another comment here and close it here. This start itself falls within these comment. So this is not a, this is just a, this might just be a string. Did you see it or not? How fascinating is that? Okay. That was fun. Okay. Comments. C99 provides a special kind of comment that begins with slash slash slashes. This is the comment. Inside a comment and automatically edit the line. To get a comment just one line now, we can use the older comment style. Slash slash upper slash at the beginning of each comment line. New comment line also has a couple of important advantages. First, because the comment automatically ends at the end of the line, there is no chance of unterminated comment will accidentally consume a part of a program. Second, a multi-line comment stands out better thanks to slash slash that's required at the beginning of each line. True, but you can also write it like this and doc, as we would write like this, slash asterisk and a slash at each line. Then I would end it like this, and this way, can you see it or not? So I don't think you can see it. So we would start it here, and then we would give it a slash, and then we would give it a star at each line. So you would always know where the line is and where it ends. So whatever you write here is automatically it's a comment because of this. It's so hard to point it like this. Okay. That is, you can write it like that, but you can also just use the standard single line comment. I do need to write something for you though. Okay. You never defined what comments are. Comments are the part of your code that is ignored by the compiler. It starts with slash asterisk and ends with asterisk slash. Slash slash is also a comment, although a single line one. Okay. I don't think I need to write anything more on this field of comments. It's really simple. Variable and assignment. Now finally getting to the variables. At 2.4. Okay. 2.4. Variables and assignment. A few programs as simple as a few programs are as simple as expression 2.1. Most programs need to perform a series of calculations before producing an output, thus need a way to store data temporarily during program execution. In C, as in most programming languages, the storage location are called variables. Okay. So what this sentence meant was sometimes often you need to store some data in order to perform a calculation. The place where you store the data is called variables. Simple. It's not easy. I'll tell you anyway. Variables are the storage location that allow you to store data in between a program execution. Types. Each variable must have a type. Each variable must have a type and not in a relationship manner, which specified what kind of data will it hold. See, my brain is thinking about a lot of relationship stuffs. Each variable must have a type which specifies what kind of data it will hold. C has a wide variety of types. For now, we'll limit ourselves to just two, int and float. Choosing a proper type is critical, since the types affect the variable it stores and the operation can be performed on the variable. The type of numeric variable that determines the largest and smallest number can be variables can store. The type of a numeric variable determines the largest or smallest number that a variable can store. It also determines whether or not digits are calculated after the decimal point are allowed after the decimal point. The variable of int can store a whole number such as 0, 1, 392 or minus 2553. The range of what's possible is limited though. The largest int value is typically 2000. It's 2 billion 1,400. It's 2,000,1,047 million 483,643. I'm getting sleepy. Okay. It says but it can also be small as 32,767. Does that mean there are no number data that are smaller than 32,747? I don't get it. I don't get it. understand this part, but clearly I am not able to, so I will rely on ChatGPT. The variable of type int stored for integer can store a number between 0, 1, 392 and 1 minus negative 2553. However, the value of depends on the system and the language implementation. In most programming modern language in C, C++, or Java, the standard int is typically 32-bit size integer which can store the maximum of minus 2147, 483 and 648 to 21474836647. The value 3 times 32 767 equals maximum value of 16-bit size integer, commonly known as short in C or C++. So to fix your last integer, the largest int value is typically in short, if the max is okay. It can be as small as 32 767. Does that mean I can't have 2 as in it? Okay. In short, you can always store a small number like 2 as an int. Okay. Okay, got it. The variable type of float, called short for floating point, can store much larger numbers than a int variable. Furthermore, a float variable can store number with digits and decimal point like 379.125. Float variables have drawbacks, however. Arithmetic on floats will be slower than arithmetic on int number. Most significantly, the value of float variable is often just an approximation of number stored in it. If we store 0.1 in the float number, we might later find the variable has a value of 0.9999987 thanks to a rounding error. Okay, so it cannot store float value properly. It stores it as an approximation. Wait, no. Yeah, of the number that was stored in it. I don't know what that means though. What does it mean to store something as an approximation of what was stored in it? I'm sleepy, I can't focus anymore. This is killing me. Okay, we'll try some more. I'm tired. I should just study maths. That's more interesting than this. But I do have to put a video on Sunday about what I read this week, and I haven't read much because of my. No, that was a major factor, my office, but I still should have at least done something. It's my problem. Execution. Types. Variable have types that determine what kind of data can be stored in it. What defines how the variable is stored. Choosing a proper type is critical. Choosing a critical a proper type is critical because it determines not only what is stored but also how it is stored and the arithmetic operations and the operation that can be performed on it. I can give an example of int, but I don't really feel like it. Okay, so int can have value of 0.1, have a float, so let's leave it and think. A variable of type float can have value of 0.1, but it can also, but we later find the variable has now an approximation value of 0.999999785. 87 thanks to a rounding error. Okay. 2147 2147 8483 2147 483 2147 483 483 2147 483 That is the maximum value that can be stored in a 32-bit integer. A 32-bit means it can have 32 ones or zeros. That's 2 billion 2147 2147 2,147,000,000 683 483 483 647 483,687 47 2,147 643 now it was 483,647. I'm sleepy, I can think. Okay. Maybe I should study maths. Declaration. Variables must be declared, described for the benefit of the compiler before they can be used. To declare a variable, we must specify the type of the variable and its name. The variable name are chosen by the programmer subject to the rules described in 2.7. For example, we might declare the variable height and profit as follows: int height float profit. The first declaration states that the height is an integer variable of type int, meaning the height can store the integer value. And the second variable declared says the profit is a float. In several variables, if several variables have the same type, the declaration can be combined in height, weight, length, and volume, and float profit and loss. Okay, I think this is it. I don't think I can work anymore. I really want to quit. I really want to work some more. I think this is it. I think I've hit my limit. I take a short break and hopefully I'll be in a workable condition in a bit.